I want to now leave with you guys the secret sauce. This is where I've really got into my thinking around social media. And I'm a learner just like anybody else. I try to always share what I learn with everybody as I evolve. This is where I got in as a publisher in my thinking that I really have watched brands become successful as a result of, and I've watched success within my own company and with their own clients as a result of using what I call the secret sauce. And it actually is simple. Any secret sauce, it tastes great, but it's usually a very simple recipe. Here it is. When you're publishing content, here's the focus. Create content that does one of these two things or both simultaneously. And you're not going to be too far off. This is around the content you're creating, like what it's fulfilling on as a purpose, and then you're using social media to distribute it. Provide value. So when you're creating content, provide value for your target audience, the people that actually you want to be able to reach out and target. They could be customers, they could be volunteers for your organization, they could be potential volunteers. Make it high quality information that enhances the quality of your life, or recognize and highlight others. The thinking behind this is I started to look at just media companies in general, and I asked the question, well, how did traditional news media groups get large? Well, they provided content people actually wanted to read, whether it was scary, fearful, funny, improve their awareness of the community, but it was all that makes it high value because people keep picking it up. So I noticed that about news media groups. And then I also noticed that something very powerful is when you recognize somebody else in the publication. If anybody's been in the newspaper before, remember your first time in the newspaper? Remember how good you felt? You had to run down, didn't you? You ran down, you got your newspaper. Tell anybody? Oh, you bet you did. I know, you're all quiet right now. I know though, because it's exhilarating, right? To get in the news, whether it's been on TV or the radio or whatever. Your brands have that same power now. You guys can produce high quality information for others, and you can recognize others for things that's going to make them feel good. It's an unbelievable phenomenon. And then reciprocation kicks in naturally. Human beings can't even avoid it. It's been wired in us for thousands and thousands of years. What's that? The first family, I'm sorry. Is it 2.5 million? I didn't know it was that many. Thank you. 2.5 million years have been wired for reciprocation. And it was important, if you guys ever read anything about this, we could not survive back in like the tribes because you would see somebody who within your tribe who needed something, you would give them something with the expectation that you would receive something back in return. If that didn't exist, nobody would ever give anything to anybody, and everybody would die. That's actually where reciprocation, right? I'm sorry I'm being so blunt, but that actually is what would occur. So that's where reciprocation came from, and we've just been hardwired over the years. So giving works, that's what that means. An example, I was doing a talk with David and Ashley down at the London Chamber of Commerce last month. And Ashley had a lot of great, Ashley is the social media manager. Ashley Rose Hall, social media manager with Voices.com. Voices.com is a successful company here in London that pairs voice talent, voice professionals with people hiring for that through the internet. It's like an internet marketplace. Phenomenal company, they're doing great things. And Ashley was one of the people accountable for building their Facebook page in a year and a half to 19,000 fans. So I was like, people want to know some of what their secret sauce was. So I said to Ashley, if you want to create a video with me, we'll do a 6-minute video. I'll publish it through my blog so that all the business people in London and all the corporate communicators who read my work, they're going to see it. And I'm going to promote Voices.com in the process. I'll push it through my social networking, etc. She said, sure, that makes sense to me. So we created a video promoting Voices.com. High quality information for entrepreneurs, and recognizing Voices.com and Ashley Rose Hall. Good example of that philosophy in play.